Kidd Brewer Stadium in beautiful Boone, North Carolina. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Warhawks offense will... First crack at it here. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David.
Makes a grab and room to run. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. The Appalachian State faithful, raising the roof and trying to help the Mountaineers on third down. Just feeds the running back. Finding some room. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Warhawks will have it 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Jamison. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He's got enough, and they roll dice on 4.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. He wants to throw it again. This time it's complete. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering...
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, UL Monroe! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Appalachian State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now to lead the offense, it's Malachi Singleton. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, 1st down.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. It's complete on the right side. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and it's Louisiana Monroe out front. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Mountaineers are marching down the field. Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Gets it out quickly. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle with Sanchez. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looking to throw for it. Got his man on the right. Into the house. Touchdown, App State.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. All wideouts, no backs. He'll start this drive firing. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Offense changing the play. To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure on this defense.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it down the left. Into plus territory. They stop him at the 46, and now this offense can really attack. The Warhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here comes the heat. He's got it on the run. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And the Warhawks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Warhawks! And they take it in for 6 more points. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Bringing the heat. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Branch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Rushes on him. Complete in the middle. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. That's reeled in. It's Roberts. Gashing the knee on the right. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from Pater.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the
and he charges across the line. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Jamison. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? With the catch, it's Eldridge. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a catch at the 20. He's running free down the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UL Monroe. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Switch it. Back to throw, it's Singleton. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off, and that's number 10. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The Warhawks will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Using his legs, it's Roberts. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Warhawks. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw at Singleton. A little release to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Guys, down on the UL Monroe sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can...
Upstairs, he's got it. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. And the Warhawks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. On the option. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Finding an escape route. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jamison. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Warhawks look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback making checks. Looking for room. It's Jamison. Makes it past the marker. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Running inside, it's Jamison. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big 3rd down. They'll go right back to him. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29. The Warhawks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Hand off from the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
Hey, he barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Running back searching for a hole. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And the Warhawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jamison. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that.
Just plowing ahead. He's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UL Monroe. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return. Be brought down. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Back to pass, it's Singleton. Pocket breaking down. Finds some time. Fighting off the defense. And runs through another one. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Snaps it in the shotgun. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got him in. It's James. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Mountaineers are in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense and the defense. They've got him at the 27. The Warhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking for a deep man. Got a man in the middle. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. High the chains now on 2nd and long. He might want another play. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Offense in an empty set. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these. Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it with the up man. It's a fumble on the play. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake. Looking for a man. It's Singleton. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. On the move, he fires. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Webb. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Fires deep on the run. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He's inside the 40.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitz that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. It'll be third and long. The run inside. It's Walker. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Warhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for space. It's Jamison. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
The Warhawks racing to the line in a hurry up. Not much good can come out of throwing it here. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.